Hey folks, this is Tobias. I just wanted to give you guys an update on this little personal project I'm working on. Got inspired the other day, watching Viking shows and all that kind of stuff to try to come up with a procedural Viking Shield maker in Houdini to be used to generate shields for game engines like Unity and Unreal. So I posted a couple videos just to show the beginning of that, and this video here is just basically an update of my progress over the last day working on this. So here we have just sort of the basic shape. There's a control here that I've created that helps you basically art direct whatever it is that you're doing here. So we have the general scale, of course, of the shield, including all the features. When you're done putting everything in, we have the overall resolution. How detailed this is going to be. There is a front and back. I'm going to be working on straps for the back as well in the near future here. But for now, let's just quickly walk through some of the features here. So we have the general shape that you can control as far as how detailed it is. This outer ring sub D here has to do with this wrapping on the outer ring here. Sometimes it's metal, sometimes it could be like, say, a leather wrapping or something like that, or a sort of pounded metal. So I wanted to give an option there to give that feel to it, or just a flat kind of thing like that. The bolts that you would see in the outer edge here, you can turn those on and off. I don't know how well you can see that here in the screen capture, but here you have the bolts. You can control how many are there on the outer ring there. You can also control their scale here, as you can see. I'll put that back to a reasonable number. Also, if you've seen Viking shields, there's oftentimes kind of like a dome center here. You can actually turn that on with a welded back plate, and you can control the scale of that, of course, in the shield, and that will always rest on the surface the way that it's made there. So something like that will be good. As an added bonus, I've created a bands creator here, so you can create these little bands that come out of the center. Also, you can control the number of those if you want, with this little slider here. I've also made it so that you can control the size of the band as it rests on the surface. So for instance, you could say you want this to be pretty big on the shield like that, and maybe you want the thickness to be a little bit more than what it is, so you can do something like that. Let's put that back. Also, you can change the width here like that. And in addition to that, you can control the shape of each of the bands using this little ramp here. So you can create shapes to your heart's content, as you wish, as you can see here. So you can get pretty detailed, pretty intricate, and the placement of this will always follow this dome here as well. So it's more or less parametric modeling here. And aside from that, if you decide that you don't want that kind of style, let's turn off the dome. I also made it so that you can import any black and white JPEG or PNG file that has a sort of like a decal that you like. You can use that, import it, and it'll process it, create a model from that that gets placed on the front. So here's a couple of examples of that. Nice little tree there. And it'll create all this and process the topology and everything for you, in the background under the hood. So let's go back to this and say you can even mix these features as well. So you want to bring that dome back. You can have something like that if you want. Control that scale like that. And as a last sort of feature at the moment, until I work on the rest of the things I want to do here, you do have the option of outputting the resolution to be ready for the game engine. So whether it be Unity or Unreal, you can toggle this, and it'll reprocess process to geometry. Right now I have it set to a fixed value of 1500 polygons. So really, no matter what is going on in this model, it will always be 1500 polygons when you export it. But going in the future here, what I want to do is I want to obviously create more features that you can control. Let's turn this back off here for a second. So I want to create some hand straps on the back here, with some features that you can dial in. Also, in the latter and sort of final stages of this, I'm going to make it so that you can do procedural displacement of various things. So like denting, you know, wear and tear kind of thing. So like, hits that would have occurred on the shield, that you can sort of dial in, and then, obviously export the model into files, as OBJ or FBXs. I also want to work on, a texture generation, procedurally generate texture maps for this based on your design when you're all done. So this is where I'm at right now, and I imagine it'll take me a couple more days to sort of dial in the rest of the stuff that I want to do here. But there you go. There's a quick little update on it. I'll see you soon.